Hey, what's up guys? In today's video, I'm going to show you the telltale signs that your vendors may be compromised by a recent bug/glitch going around that has a lot of people worried about setting up vendors in their camps and how you could possibly avoid it happening to you until it's patched. With that being said, let's get into it. So if you aren't already aware, there has been an issue reported across all platforms where it seems players are able to purchase items in another player's stash box that aren't listed for sale through their vending machines set up at their camp. Someone visiting your camp might be able to see your items placed in your stash box for safekeeping at a ridiculously low price at your vendor, causing them to confuse it as some kind of awesome deal and purchasing it right away, making you permanently lose it unless they give it back. Thing is, these players will not know the item is being displayed because of a glitch, so they aren't truly guilty of stealing it from you. But be aware, some players are aware of the issue and are actively server hopping to find glitched vendors to take advantage of. A Reddit user by the name of Duke1722 recently tested how this issue with the vendors occurs, and a community manager has been alerted, so hopefully there can be a fix on this very soon. Essentially, if you go to a world where your camp can't be placed and agree to stay on that world, if you tamper with any item you previously had listed for sale in your vendor, for example taking it out of your stash box while still in that world where your camp cannot be placed, then decide to join a world where it can, you'll notice if you hover over your camp icon on the map, you will see you are now selling a large quantity of items. This means players will see items you originally didn't have listed for sale at your vendors and can possibly purchase them at a randomly generated price. So to be on the safe side, simply do not stay in a world where your camp cannot be placed if you want to continue using your vendors. When your camp isn't placed, all the items you have assigned to vendors, displays, punch bowls, etc. become temporarily unassigned. If you mess around with them in that state, it seems to confuse the system when it tries to put everything back in place in a new world where your camp can exist. This may not be the only trigger, but it definitely seems to be a consistent one, and many reports of the issues have said they've done this prior to seeing it. A surefire way to easily check if your vendor is bugged is simply hovering your camp icon and checking the amount of items it lists for sale. If it's out of the ordinary, your vendor may be glitched out in that world and your gear may be at risk. Just a heads up to those that may not be aware, if you have a punch bowl at your camp, you may want to remove it for the time being because that puts you at risk too. Another Reddit user posted video proof of them receiving a Tesla rifle by activating the punch bowl. Obviously, you shouldn't be able to consume a large energy weapon, so that's a red flag. That's all the information I was able to find currently about this specific bug/glitch going around. I personally haven't had the issue happen to me as I never choose to stay in a world where my camp cannot be placed. But to be extra cautious, I've removed my vendors and punch bowls. If you choose to keep your vendors up, by all means feel free to do so. Just be sure not to stay in a world where your camp cannot be placed, then start messing around with the items in your stash box that are listed for sale in your vendors. If you're ever curious if your vendor is bugged, check the map and hover over your camp to see what's listed for sale. Those are the tips I can give you. The rest is up to you. If you found this video to be informative or helpful in any way, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Fallout 76 content like this in the near future. And until next time guys, peace.